Hi loves, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Precious. If you're new here, if you're seeing this gorgeous face for the first time, please ensure not to make you laugh. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always supporting the channel. I've been thinking of starting this series, right, where I talk about like tips and tricks about Canada immigration process and living in Canada and all of that. Let me know if it's something you guys are interested in. But regardless, today is going to be the first episode of that series, so literally the series is still gonna hold, but how long is it gonna be for, I can't say for now. And also the feedback and engagement I get from making these videos is gonna encourage me to do more. So please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Today I'll be telling you guys the things you need to do in the first month of arriving in Canada. So the first thing you need to do, you even need to do this before you land in Canada, is getting an accommodation. You guys, getting a roof over your head is absolutely very important. You don't want to live on the streets, of course, especially coming to a place where you literally know little or nobody, right? Some people come here and they have families here, which is very good for them. Some people come here and they don't know anybody, so you need to get an accommodation. And there are so many platforms, or there are a few platforms where you can look for accommodation. You can check rentfaster.com, you can check Facebook Market, you can also check on different WhatsApp groups, like put it out there that you're looking for a place and people will always give you recommendations. And also when looking for an accommodation, you want to ensure that you look for a place close to the basic amenities. Things like the bus stops, the grocery stores, the bank, daycare stroke schools if you have kids, the church if you're a Christian, and all of that. You just want to make sure that wherever you're going to be staying, you have access to these things, because if they are far away from you, it's really going to be very difficult for you to settle in, especially when you don't have a car. The second thing you want to do in the first month of arriving into Canada is getting your social insurance number. That's your SIN, okay? This is a unique number for every individual. Everybody has their own unique numbers. Ensure to get your SIN. The process doesn't take long. You just have to go to Service Canada to get that, because you need your SIN for so many things. Like I said earlier, you need your SIN. It's your means of identification, so you need that. The next thing you need to do in your first month of arriving in Canada is opening a bank account. It is very compulsory and very necessary for you to open a bank account, so at least you can deposit the proof of fund that you came with. And also there are different banks in Canada, very good banks. You have the TD Bank, RBC, Scotiabank, CIBC and so on. So just do your research and settle for what works for you. And also these banks have different deals for immigrants, so just stick to whatever works for you, okay? The fourth thing you want to do in the first month of arriving in Canada is to start looking for a job. In fact, you need to start looking for a job even from your home country. Like, you need to start looking for a job because you need a job to survive in this country. Trust me, your proof of fund is not going to be enough for you. You need a job to survive in Canada. Canada is expensive, so you need a job so that you can be able to pay for all your bills, sustain yourself and even save, okay? Because coming here, everybody has a Canadian dream and our dream differs, right? So you know what is your Canadian dream. You want to save towards achieving your Canadian dream. So the next thing you need to do in the first month of arriving in Canada is getting your health card. Like the saying goes, health is wealth. Coming from a different country into a new country, your body might not react well to that. You may fall ill, and for you to be able to access the hospital or the medical centers, you need a health card, because they're going to ask you for that. Even if you're trying to get a family doctor, they're going to ask you for your health card. So you want to ensure that you get your health card, and the health card differs for, I don't know why I'm shaking this chair. The health card differs for different provinces. So the next thing you want to do in the first month of arriving in Canada is to get a credit card. So different banks give credit cards, right? And also different financial institutions, it depends, but it's always advisable to get a credit card so that you can start building your credit score and also have a credit history. Because when you want to get a house, you need a good credit history for a mortgage. If you want to buy a car and you choose to finance the car or get a loan, you need a good credit history for that as well. Also, if you choose to finance your phone, if you want to get a phone, you need a good credit history for that. Different banks give credit limits to different individuals. So what I mean is the credit limits for me might differ from the credit limit that the bank will give to you, even though we have same accounts. Because I've seen situations between some of my friends and I where we have accounts in the same bank, but we don't have same credit limit. So, and again, the longer you stay in Canada, the higher your credit limits. Like as time goes on, your credit limits will keep increasing. For instance, on your credit card, you could have a credit limit of 8,500, and it's advisable to use 50% of that credit card. Don't use up everything, okay? And make sure you pay off what you've taken from the card before the due date. That is how you build your credit score and have a good credit history. Coming from Nigeria, we're not used to the credit system. We pay outright, we use debit cards. I didn't have a credit card in Nigeria, so I'm still getting used to this, right? Because naturally I'm someone who doesn't like to owe, okay? And the fact that I have to owe, like, you have to. You don't have a choice, right? So I try to avoid it, but that is not advisable. You just have to be very disciplined with your finances. Make sure that whatsoever money you're taking from your credit card, you put it back before the due date, like I said earlier. And also, if you're financing anything, make sure you pay that off, just so that you can have a good credit score stroke history. Okay. The next thing you need to do in the first month of arriving into Canada is to get your driver's license. It's always advisable to get your license from your home country, so that when you get here, you don't have to start from the scratch, and it saves you time and money, because you need to start driving. Driving here is very, very necessary, okay? Especially when you have a family and all of that. So I have a bonus tip for you guys. The bonus tip is getting a car. Not everybody needs a car. Me, for instance, I really don't need a car right now because of where I live. I have access to like the basic things. The transportation system where I live is very, very good. I live in downtown, and downtown has the best transportation system compared to like the suburbs. But for someone who is coming with their family, you definitely need a car. It is very, very important. You don't want to be jumping the bus with your kids. It's really stressful. Even though I haven't gone through that, I see people who do that, and it's really not a convenient experience. So you want to try to get a car. It doesn't have to be so expensive. Just get you something that can move you from point A to B, and as time goes on, you can always change it. So yeah, that being said, these are all the things that I encourage or advise you to do in the first month of you arriving in Canada. If you think there are other tips that I left out, do leave them in the comment section down below. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm considering making a series for everything Canada. Just let me know if you guys will vibe to that, if that's something you're interested in, if you'd like to get more information about Canada immigration and all of that. And yeah, that being said, please don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, leave your lovely comments down below, engage with my content, please. It helps me to make more videos like this, and also helps the algorithm. Like, it makes YouTube to push my video to more audience, like more people will get a chance to see my videos. Okay, just like, it doesn't take anything to like or subscribe. It's just a button you click and that's it. honestly. And watch the ads if you can, so that we can make some money again. Yeah, so that being said, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. Do take care of yourselves, and until next time, my loves, bye. Mwah.